Salutations, friends. It's your pal, said Stevie, and it's my pal, Steve Cler.
How's everybody doing?
And we're going to do a collection dive, because Steve has a pretty dope collection. So let's get into it. So, Steve has this pretty sweet display case here of all his badassery, level by level. And I figured I'd give him a chance to show off some of these bad boys. So, where do you want to start, dude?
Oh, start at the bottom left, go left, up, right.
Let's do it.
Zigzag through them. So this started, I feel like I got to kind of introduce it.
Yeah.
I was buying everything out there that people thought was cool, and most of it was really cool. And then I decided to figure out what I wanted to this collection to go. So I sold off 60 or 70 knives to kind of subsidize these. I figure if I bought 3 Riot made pinas, why not just buy 1 pina and from the maker? And that's kind of the idea of the collection there. If your name's on the blade, other than a few sentimental ones, names on the blade, I want you to have something to do with the making of the knives. So anyways, start at the bottom here. So this is my first my first attempt at customizing anything. I just took a Dremel to this, and then
you textured that too? I didn't realize that.
Did that, and then
Nice.
put a little force patina on there. And this was there's no liner to this one, so it's not
Okay.
I can't.
Are those
switch out the
titanium
or-
scales?
No, this was a Blade HQ exclusive.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Rex 45, and then the brass made up the handle.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can see there's no liner.
Yeah, that turned out pretty nice.
Yeah, I think I'll beat it up a little bit more. Try it again. Why not?
I was just playing with that one.
Yeah, the next job. And so the M4 blade, it was exclusive from somewhere, who knows. Put on some Mettenbosser handles, really turned it into a whole new knife. I like it. I think I need to tune it a little bit more.
Is that a lynch clip on there?
It is a lynch
Nice.
clip. I like that. I certainly like those quite a bit. This was one of my earlier knives after a couple Benchmades. I got excited about this one because Zach Brown
Yeah.
was involved with it, and I could tell people, I could explain my collection. Hey,
Southern Grind, right? Is that who that is?
yep, yeah, and it's it's slow roll. This isn't
On washers.
ain't gonna flip out at all. At least I can't get it to flip out.
Satu let me borrow his a while back.
Yeah, slow roll, but it's nice. It's comfortable. I beat it up. I tried
That's the bad monkey, right?
this is Spider.
The
Monkey.
Spider monkey. Okay, that's the smaller of the two.
Correct. Yeah, I tried to do my own sharpening on there, give it a little more of an angle.
They're nice.
I kind of it's real nice.
Everybody knows this one.
Yeah, I got this one. This was the first run. I was home from work. I don't remember if I took the day off or called in sick or whatnot, but when they did the first drop, I was able to get in on that.
Yeah. In the I don't know if you've handled them since. They've done their aluminum's different.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I don't like the aluminum on the newer ones, but I still
It's good.
my original production run. I think I got number 80 something of the Warncliffe.
Yeah, it's 262 on this guy.
Nice.
But little pocket carrying, it does rub off the coating there.
Yeah. Nice button lock though.
Yeah, this was a recent pickup, the sprint run on the MagnaCut Hogue.
Yeah.
One of the Hogue, I've actually given away probably more Hogues than any knives I buy them for gifts. This they're great knives. I just never really keep them around, but it's a smaller knife, but I'm really liking this more than I thought I would.
It's something that I've had in my cart 1,000 times and just never bothered to check out, but I will definitely have an RSK at some point.
This, and I'll go through the fixed blades later. I don't too much flex space. K2 Riot.
Yep.
This is a sentimental knife, so I'm keeping it around. I have beaten this one up and tried to sharpen it and lost that little tip that goes on there with your whatchamacallit grains.
Compound.
Anyways, but this was the first real premium knife I bought. I really wanted a Chavez.
Yeah.
and they had the same grind and stuff. And honestly, after handling some Chavez's, I prefer this K2.
The K2 over Chavez, I would say it's a better knife.
Yeah, I think so. Also, sentimental. ZT, this was my favorite knife.
0562.
Yeah, for quite a while. Even broke the tip off, took it to a gentleman local here, reprofiled it for me a little bit and got it back there. Also, tried to sharpen it myself. Once in a while I have some drinks and decided to pull my knives apart and do stupid stuff. But still love it. Every time I get it in the hand, I wonder why I don't carry it more.
Some say that's the best ender of them all.
Yeah, seriously. This is a recent acquisition. The Three Rivers, I've known about it for a while. They're kind of hard to get. Never really pursued it.
They had a big drop today.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
And I really wish I would have gotten to them earlier. I love this thing.
It's one of the sliciest blades out there, man. Yeah. Even with a dull edge, the atom, just the geometry in that flat grind it's awesome. And then having titanium scales on it makes it a whole different knife.
Yeah,
the atom's amazing though.
Yeah, wish I would have gotten to them a little earlier. You also know it's my collection. I kind of take one of a lot of different companies. Sometimes there'll be multiple. But that may change. It's an ever-changing deal. The McNees.
Yes. Well, that's a new one, right? Because someone was kind enough to sell their original one to a certain Mr. Me.
Yeah, so I always felt kind of guilty about this one because I sold you mine and then was lucky enough to get on a recent drop after I sold it. Very similar to the one that has a little different finish on the blade, more of an acid wash. And you got the bronze or the toxic finish, whatever they call it, on the handle. But great knife. This one feels a little stiffer than the one I got you, but I need to carry these more too.
Yeah, the Mac 2 is my favorite knife.
Yeah, no, that's great.
You gotta have a Rockwall.
Yeah, love the Rockwall. This one, I tried to sell at one point. I will tell you that I need to send it in. It does spine whack open. I heard that they'll take them in and fix that. I'm just lazy. They
absolutely will.
Super lazy. Fantastic knife. May actually give this to Stevie to give it away at one point. I like the whatever their new knife is. I may give
the Maverick.
Maverick, yes. May give that a try. We'll see. But if you get it, you're gonna have to send it in so they can fix the lockup on it.
Look at that.
So we got my attention to detail knives.
Hell yes. I just got done. He let me borrow this guy here for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Yeah. And it's gnarly.
Yeah. Love this brand. I'll probably get rid of at least one of these. Just because, like I said, I kind of take one of a lot of different things. All these were new, but you can actually get these for reasonable prices if you look around. They're probably a little overpriced retail. But most of these are at least 20% off, except for this guy, which I got at Blade Show West, where I talked to Doug. I believe his name's Doug, the maker. Seemed like a hell of a nice guy. I know some people have had a couple issues early on with his customer service.
The grinds that he does on these knives are so amazing.
All these hand grinds, you can tell hand makes, they each are a little bit different. This is a full-size Mach 1, and this is, in my opinion, the size they should be. I didn't really run into this one until I had a couple of those. But it feels good in the hand, the ramp there. Great grinds. I've used this to chop up bumper covers, things like that. I work at an auto body shop. Never had an issue. It's S30V.
Yeah.
And I haven't rolled an edge, haven't done anything. It's all well, hides any scratches. I love this knife. Probably my favorite one. Out of these, this one was my second one, so you get the show side there. Sold to me a Zerk tie. I believe Jack Nichols size said this is a Kenobi tie.
Kenobi tie
is what they call it.
Okay.
This is Magna Cut, and this is probably the smoothest one I have. And sometimes you have an issue with lockup and stuff on these. This is rock solid. So no issues there, and actual clip that's not horrible. They make some horrible clips.
Yeah, the clips are not the greatest part of their knives for sure.
So another one, flat scales, Mach 1 as well. These are both Mach 1 mediums. This may be the one that I send out. A little stiffer on the tent. Worked with this one a little bit, but now it's locked up solid, no play. Great knife. I hard time getting rid of it, but they may want something different in the collection. So that may go up. Mach 3.
The Mach 3, I really like this.
Yeah, this is one I bought at Blade Show West from the maker. Just talking to him convinced me to buy and get into these. So that was nice to actually be able to reach out and talk to these people. And,
yeah.
And it turned into one of those knives that I found in my pocket a lot more than I thought I would. And then it got me into looking at the other ones. Put a Lynch clip on there for a
Hinderer, right?
For a Hinderer, yeah. So you see it stands a little proud, and the screw goes into the spacer there. It doesn't bite very well, but I haven't had really any issues with it. Yeah, once again, the hand grinds real nice.
Quick side story. So I know that this isn't the case, but I posted a couple of videos consecutively on Instagram, did some shorts and did some reels where I showed my Hinderer clip on my McNeese. And then it was like the very next day that McNeese put out his video addressing clips and why they do certain things. And we understand that you guys might like deep carry, but, you know, I was like, I feel like he's talking to me.
Yeah.
Like after he saw my, because he does comment and, you know, share stuff back. And I was like, I feel like he's addressing me. But anyway.
It does sound like Lynch Northwest. Maybe consider making clips for McNeese.
They are.
So
they will
also fill in your attention to detail if your mediums, at least. The largest have a little thicker screw.
Gotcha.
So I will definitely be buying those and probably put that on the Hinderer, perhaps. We'll go up here. Got into some big boys, or at least thick boys.
Right, I'm gonna pick this one up here
Recently. This is
a
lot of thanks to my buddy Sawtooth Dave for getting me into the thicker knives. I love his content, and he's let me borrow a couple things, and I like them.
This is the
RSK Paragon.
The RSK Paragon. So I know Maddie, Patina, quite a few people have the mini Paragon. This is what it's based after. And this thing is a behemoth.
Yeah.
This thing is so gnarly.
That is about the biggest I'm going to get. I've carried that half a dozen times. It fits in the pocket without being crazy.
And this is just a regular size knife for Sawtooth. Sawtooth calls all these ones minis. This is
fifth pocket knives there.
This is a full size for Dave.
That's right.
But yeah, this thing is so amazing.
I'm actually going to send that to Sawtooth after this video.
Oh, are you?
A couple of knives, yeah. I want them to check out.
Whoa, I'm knocking one over.
I'm probably going to ruin this one. It's a most recent acquisition. Sergey Robocot? I don't know.
Avocado. Sergey Avocado, we'll call him.
Avocado. Thick boy. What I read, you wanted a 3-inch blade with a 1/4-inch thick V3 blade there. A little over a 1/4 inch actually, but actually carries well, and it has this brass backspacer that puts your weight right here where your thumb
keeps
goes.
it really balanced.
Yeah, so it's heavy. You know, I know they want a 1-to-1 balance between ounce and blade length. This is a 3-to-1.
3-to-1.
3-to-1. A little over 3-to-1.
I was just handling this before we started the video, and this thing is gnarly.
It's comfortable.
And the Cerakote finish on this is next level. Like, I don't know who did that, but it's good. But this blade, the grind, everything, this thing is awesome.
And like I was saying, his deal, from what I understand, is nothing's CNC, nothing's water jet, all hand done. He was parents were jewelers. I believe he came over jewelers. You can get some watches that are pretty cool on his website. Got that from Arizona Customs at what I thought was a reasonable price. Currently got this one off a Facebook group. Currently my favorite knife. This is an Eric Luther Warnot, a medium. I've never seen the large or the small. Like mine's large, pretty big. Just like the design. It's comfortable in hand. I wish it was a little longer.
Yeah.
I may like the
large.
gnarly,
Man, I like the way it's curved like that.
Yeah, beautiful knife cuts. yeah, I just really like it. Pocket clip works great. You can carry these. I mean, it's not very long. It's pretty thick for the carry, but hey, pickpockets. It's wintertime.
Right.
Summertime might make it a little more difficult. A DSK prick. DSK, I got that right. Yeah, DSK.
Rick.
Nothing of the deal with Satu. It's his DSKs is GF2. This was available. I grabbed it mostly because I wanted a DSK. Glad I did. Got a pretty good deal on it, I thought. Another Facebook deal. And it's a great knife. One concern on it. If you keep it in your pocket
tip.
with a 10-0, you can easily touch the tip on it. It does seem to be a little bit off, but I think I just need to move the pivot around a bit. But runs on bearings, pretty thick guy, great knife.
Yeah,
really
I like
nice
it.
Knife. It's super sharp and slicey too. Scorpion 6 stateside. Another Facebook deal. Little knife, but thick little guy. Actually really comfortable in hand if you use a single trail for my fat hands. On washers. Comes out. Funny thing is about this, I got it from Facebook. Before I bought it, I wanted to check them out, so I was watching some YouTube videos, and Scotch and Things had a very similar knife. When I got this one in and checked out the card, the authenticity card, originally purchased by Scotch and Things.
Oh, nice.
So I made a comment on that video. He said, "Yeah, it's been around, but
they're super cool folks. That's a family brand business. I met them at Blade Show West and got to talk to them a little bit. Real quick, the maker's mark that they have there. See if my camera will focus on it if I can get it. It was drawn by their daughter. So they did like a bunch of. They had like a bunch of professional graphic artists like working on a maker's mark for them, and their daughter was just goofing around on stuff and drew that. And so that's what they ended up going with. I just thought that was a cool touch. All right.
You got the little guy here.
The micro stinger.
Yeah, I picked it up after watching one of the lives I got on the website. Don't count that as part of my collection. Also, a limit I put on myself was 40 folders.
40 folders. Okay.
Yeah, so I always keep a couple under there just in case I have to have a knife. So that's why I say I'm going to sell things and stuff like that. Herman Knives, Ishtar, full dress. This was a birthday present to myself. By far the most expensive knife I've purchased.
Gorgeous.
It's so also gorgeous. The one that I'll cut paper with, and I've carried just for the hell of it. Probably not really considered. I don't use it. That's the only one I really will say I don't use because so much effort's gone into that blade.
You got some jank too.
I do have some jank. Yeah,
you got some jank.
Yeah, and we'll get to it in the fix, but we got the clip slips from Lancelot.
Pretty cool sticker you got there.
But the premium Hermans come with this box, which is
Whoa! Oh no! Oh no!
That's all right. We'll get back to them. Come with the box, cut out for the knives. Hitches.
The box itself. The box itself is impressive.
It's worth it just for the box. Anyways, we'll clean that up later. All right. So we all know this guy here, the Koenig Arius.
I have heard of it, yes.
It's a smooth one. I got it off their website. I was lucky enough to get a drop there. Only knife I was nervous after I bought it, before I got it, simply because this was a grail for me for quite a long time.
Yeah.
I was scared that I wouldn't like it when I got it. Love it. Great knife. Everything everybody says is true. Not really much to say about that.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Large FSD.
Yeah.
Or FSD. I guess there is no large one. Consider them local, up north on the Canadian border there with us.
Yeah, they're
in
about
Blaine.
Just a little over an hour north of us. Hour and a half.
So really pursued these. Heard about Brown Knives, pursued it a lot because of the local factor, but it's also
a fabulous knife.
Great knife, yes. But
now, do you
probably going to more of
do you like the FSD over the Mini?
I've gone back and forth. When I first got the Mini, which would be the next one here, the Mini. So Similar pattern. I think this is probably the more desirable patterns. He's not doing so many anode. I'll back up to this one. This was actually, I got on a drop so I could do a custom order, and then I kind of wussed out on add anything because I was scared I wouldn't like the anode or something later and be stuck with it. Plus, it saved me a few shekels. Mini pattern's pretty close, so I was able to get that one, but you kind of get what you can take on his drops, to be honest with you. Surprised I got this one. This was an early production, I think, or early part of the run, number 74. So lucky to get that one. This is easier to carry. Honestly, it's probably a better knife, but since I've been getting into bigger knives,
they're both great though.
Yeah, both great. This SBK Lamia.
The Lamia.
Probably if you're going for one of those, if I can only have one knife things, this may be mine.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I love this knife. It just seems like a great tool. I don't know how to explain it.
It is a fabulous knife.
But you're not worried about really beating it up or anything. It carries easy. It's pretty fidgety for washers once you get it going a bit. This one I did have the opportunity to anodize it, and I did regret not doing it on the FSD a little bit, so we went with the little Blurple and Gold, and with the pattern and the double ano, it's not too flashy. I really like how it turned out.
I liked it when you let me check that out. I loved
it. Curtis. This one I bought with the intention of being my everyday carry. Going to be my beat up knives because it looks like it's a knife she's hard to use. I do, when I put this in my pocket, I enjoy carrying it, but I don't carry it probably as much as I would like to. But I do like it. Knife. I'm waiting for, I lost, because I'm an idiot, I lost a screw. Just sent an email. He said he's sending me one out, so.
Nice.
Hopefully we'll get an anode screw before too long.
All right, I have to pause for a second here, and we'll be right back. All right, I had to clean out some storage space on my phone. So, all right, so now we're up to the top row.
Okay, we'll skip these two bottom ones. Just run through fixed blades real quick there afterwards. This is a RMOR Squirrel. This came, I purchased this from Knife Sergeant, Luck Knives. Where was that? Now, it came with a lightning anode, everything, handle, hardware, backspacer, not the hardware, clip. Satu Dave was kind enough to blast all that stuff off, give it this really cool finish.
Nice.
Matches the blade, really nice. And he does a little tweaking, even did the hardware. And it really shows off. I love the guy's logo with the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
So it even shows off the logo a little bit more. He's got a lot of badging stuff on the inside. It's pretty cool if you pull it apart.
Yeah, that's a nice knife.
But real cool knife. Good maker, and according to Satu, great machinist.
Yeah. Got the Satu stamp of approval. It's good enough for me.
That's right. This was the first knife. When I purchased it, I asked myself, what the hell am I doing? It's a Benchmade Gold Class. I don't even know the model anymore. But it was one that I would show off once in a while.
A very fancy Benchmade.
Yeah, it's nice. They put their hands on them. They will make some nice stuff.
I've seen their production, and they do a good job.
Yeah, no, that's a great knife. I carried it yesterday, in fact. I don't carry it very often. This was a little custom from Tough Knives, kind of a one-off, I guess. Another Facebook purchase. Made in 2018, pulled apart. It's got the date on there. And because I was a little worried about the actual being authenticity, I finally found it on his Instagram post from 5 years ago. Put skiffs in it, but great knife. I don't know if it's a John Deere or not, but it needs a little bit of a sharpening. I'm going to send that out to Cal Kuhnel. He already sharpens.
Kyle sharpens?
That's what I hear.
Huh.
Or at least he sends them out. So yeah, going to get that guy, give me an edge, and carry a little more. But I really like. I'll show you. I don't know if you can get the pattern on the damaged steel on the clip, or like how it turned out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it does look nice.
Yeah.
Some classics up in here.
Yeah. So wanted a Medford. Got this Marauder H there, a little bit thinner, I guess, than the full size one, but still a beefy knife.
That is beefy.
Another Facebook purchase. I thought I got a good deal. Still think I did. Super smooth knife. These, I'm surprised how much I like it. I probably don't carry as much as I thought I would. We'll get into rotation. And people sometimes have a hard time with a rig, I guess, but makes a nice knife. I don't know if they're worth, I think this is probably listed at $850, $900 originally. I don't know if I'd pay for that, but nice knife.
They're well built.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's my plague doctor.
Your plague doctor in the times of COVID.
That's right. So that's my little souvenir from COVID. So I'll stick around. I think I pulled this apart once and kind of messed it up. Was a little disappointed. Redid it, and now might be the smoothest knife I have. But
they can be hit and miss.
Washers.
They can be hit and miss,
and it'll drop. But
okay,
that's probably why it's so smooth. You know, have a RT10.
Some people love them,
but
some people absolutely hate them. Case in point, Mr. Jank himself.
Is that right? I don't like the heresy.
Jake despises his heresy.
I like it. We got the Trinity, I guess, as I say. Never was into Striders. I got one of those Facebook groups, and I said I'd give one a try. Plus, it kind of completes the deal.
I guess if you're gonna have a U.S. dominance, you gotta have a Strider.
Yeah. And you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. It's a SMF, so a little bit bigger one. It's well loved and used, but they took, it wasn't abused. You can see that, but there's no lock stick. It drops. It fire. Well, not that time. It comes right out, and it's it's beefy and you can beat on it.
Yep.
I like it. It's one of those you got to have for the collection. The Hinder. So I got a
you got the
working finish. I was able to find a working finish tie scale, which makes it an expensive knife instead of the way knife prices are going now. I actually believe Hinder is a reasonable price knives. I heard a few people say the tie scales make them smoother and turn them into a nicer knife. Didn't really believe it, but I like the look. I got to tell you, putting it on there, it's to me noticeably different. I don't know why.
Can I check it out?
Yeah,
because I handled this one. This is the one it is smoother.
I couldn't tell you why.
It does seem smoother. Not necessarily that the action is any more drop shutty, but it does feel. You kept it on bearings, right?
Yep, I didn't change anything. That does take the liner out when you put the tie scale on it.
It does feel smoother, I gotta say. I really like this, I gotta say. As far as Hinders go, I dig this. Yeah, I think that a scale really classes it up.
Yeah, it matches.
There you go.
You got a lot of options on things you can do with these. If I ever get the right clip for this, I may swap out to here, but got that working finish, so maybe I'll look for something else. Got the Chris Reeves.
Arguably the most iconic of the U.S. folders, right?
I believe so. One you kind of have to have. Another one go to Calcuna. I rolled the edge and tried to fix it myself. Great knife. This is I don't carry it as much as I thought I would, or thought I should. But when I do, I really enjoy having it. It's kind of like the other one, or like the Lamia. It just feels like a great tool.
Yep, I would agree.
I got some European knives here. This is a Russian-made knife. Burkov. I don't know how to say anything.
Burkov.
Watching one of
mirror polish.
I was watching one of your lives, Stevie, and CMP had said he'd purchased one of these, and he showed the website, and I said, "Oh, that looks awesome." He didn't have a different blade. I actually am not a fan of the mirror polish. It came with scratches on it. I don't know what metal is laminated there.
That is a problem if you have a mirror polish blade, is it shows every imperfection.
Yeah, but the core is S390.
Okay.
With a 67 HRC. and the sharpest knife I have.
67 HRC. Look at that, Shane.
And
You got to go to Russia to get 67.
And it is not, it's laminated because it's not a stainless.
Yeah.
But I love cutting boxes with it.
Yeah.
This one may go up. I really wish I would have gotten the different blade finish. I have a hard time with the mirror.
But that's also why I think like knife modders do their stone washed mirror finish, is because a mirror finish blade in itself, it's going to show every little scratch to it. That's the only downside to it.
Like I said, I don't know what this outer steel is. I'm sure it's in the paperwork somewhere, although most of that's in Russian. But you can wipe it with a cloth and it scratches.
Yeah.
So, Herman knives. This is the Dragonfly.
The Dragonfly.
I think these started with watching
Nick Shabazz.
Shabazz. Yeah. Didn't appreciate these really until I got the brown knives and these knives, kind of your CNC knives. They're so highly touted and the same quality. They've gone up in price. I don't know if you get the deal that you used to by the time you import it and stuff, or pay for shipping into the States. This one I had to pay an import tax because of the price. I assume these have all just come like $60 shipping from Poland, but they're nice. drop like a Russian knife or like a Anyways, M398. I have beat these things up and they don't show anywhere. They probably use a touch up, but they do a nice.
Yeah, he makes some good stuff, man.
Yeah. It's really nice things. Herman Stinger. Once again, drop. Pretty comfortable in hand. This one, for some reason, the clip hits me in a funny spot a little bit, but not too annoying. M398 again. You get that Herman twang.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll get the Dragonfly out here. I don't know if it'll pick up, but this is the one that does.
I heard it already once. Yep.
Yeah, get the twang. Love that. R&H Tasca 2 Gen 2. Really like this knife. Got it, ordered a second one from him that's a little more flashy, reasonable pricing. I even asked him when I was doing it if I could do like an all like Zircuitai or Mokutai handles and everything. Even that fancy is around $1,000 at that point.
I love that finish though on that blade.
Yeah, all done with the the finish there, but it's another super smooth knife. Flips this carbon fiber. It's a fat carbon. It's black.
Yeah, it's nice, man.
Fat, but it's real depth. I don't know how he finishes it, but does a nice job. Little story on him. When I got this in, he's got his proprietary pivot. I destroyed the pivot I first got, and he's in the Czech Republic. And some of the funnier things is our emails going back and forth because he does pretty good with English, but it's obviously not his first language. Besides the point, I said, "Hey, dude, I ruined my pivot. Can I buy one for you?" All he responded was, "It happens." And a few days later, I followed up like, "Hey, what do I owe you?" He just said it was in the mail.
Nice.
Free mailed over here for my mistake to get me a new pivot from the Czech Republic. So it's not like a 50-cent stamp.
Well, that's cool of him, though.
Yeah, that was awesome. Super nice guy. He responds. He's in, like I said, he's in the Czech Republic. So if you email him or do a...
Y'all have seen a lot of pinas, but you've probably never seen a pina custom.
But he'll do a lot of jam there. He'll get back to you. He's in Czech Republic. You just gotta, if you wait, he'll respond. Pina, kind of when I started the video, this was kind of one of the emphasis. Had a couple Pina X series. Love the knives, but why buy another one when you can buy one from the actual maker? So that was kind of why have 100+ knives? I didn't even know what I had in the collection until I pull out some cases and stuff. So that's instead of it. This is supposed to come kind of beaten up. That's not me. Hand rub satin, and it's amazing. It's a super light blade. It's super light. Just drops in there and flicks. Makes me look like I know how to do a front flipper. So you can do it,
It's nice.
All the ways. Anyways, there is a Bradford flipper that Grumpy Grunt has that Satu also did some work on the finish for me. That's the only thing not here. A few fixed blades, luck knives, new NAF Sergeant, kind of keep by there. Picked this up as a recent drop. Impressive for kind of an early make for him.
I'm pretty impressed by it. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, this comes with kind of a pattern Damascus. So, yeah, nice knife, carries pretty well. You get all 4 fingers on there. This is Papa Bears.
Papa Bears.
I kept looking at this on their site. Love the pattern, how it came out on that blade. It just seems like it's
Papa Bears are
really turned out nice. And
do you have a sheath for that, or do you use
I do have a sheath.
any sort of a?
In fact, I have
What do you
this
use for
guy
that?
here. Is my,
is that a Lancelot leather clip slip?
well, yes, sir, it is.
Holy
with
moly.
Lynch Northwest clip.
With the exclusive Lynch Northwest clip.
Oh, it
Look
fits
at that.
like it was custom made for it.
Look at. I got something very similar in a pattern there.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Actually got a couple more. This, looking at fixed blades, I figured if I had one, I wanted a big choppy one. This is a Bark River, I don't know what. But I've taken out some small trees and whatever else I could use as a hatchet on it. So, that's pretty fun.
It's gnarly. Park River's awesome too.
Yeah, great stuff. Guardian, 4.
The Guardian 4, which is the best size of the Guardians in my opinion.
M390 carbon fiber handles. Had this for a while. This is one I take out to do cardboard. It's comfortable slices. They do their whoever does their heat treat, if they don't do it in a house, does a nice job. I've never had to. You see some residue and stuff on there, but
it's a great knife. And I have the Guardian 3, which is it's nice. It's too small though. That is the perfect size fixed blade.
This is another attention to detail and another Lancelot leather.
Another Lancelot leather clip slip.
With Lancelot here.
Look at that.
And this thing actually carries pretty well.
I didn't realize that he made a fixed.
Yeah. I think he started with.
I guess that's where they all start, right?
Yeah. All hand ground again, and kind of a black wood finish with white liners. It's a nice one.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then once again, you can find those on sale. This I picked up from Vince's charity auction.
Yeah.
This was the prize I chose. Gosh, I can't think of the name right now. BGM, really cool little fixed blade. 3.5 finger there, but comfortable still. And carries easy. Lancelot leather.
And their grinds that they do.
Yeah.
The BGM grinds,
really nice hollow grind.
They do their own, so many regrinds. The grinds that they do on their own knives are amazing.
Yeah, and Vince, hell of a guy. Yeah,
shout out Semperfi EDC guy.
So that's where we stand.
That's a heck of a collection, dude. I think it's I like that it all makes sense. I like that you got a focused collection. You said you got your 40 folders is where you're
trying to limit to 40. There's a couple I don't count, like the little guy and this, because I did it myself. I figure I kind of own it. So
right.
Plus that'll be a project for when I want to try something else. I try to keep it with a couple openings because you never know what's going to be out there.
Never know what's going to come up. Plus you got like Blade Show coming up. You got to maybe do a little purging. But
that's right. And you got the it's the chase. Chase is what gets you.
Yeah. But I also like that you're not scared to, go out and carry your, your Hermanson full dress or, any of your, higher end. They're not just safe queens. He actually does use his shit, folks. So, well, right on, man. Well, this has been a heck of a collection dive. I've been lucky enough to check out quite a few of these in advance, and yeah. So you said what I did want to ask. Out of all these, if you had to narrow it down to one favorite, You're thinking it's the out of all these, it's the attention to detail, or
one favorite, like a knife to carry. If I could just keep one, I don't really like the concept there because
right.
I mean
That's not a very realistic.
Yeah, but the knife, if I was just going to carry one, and it was going to be kind of a jack of all trades, it's actually the Lamia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. You get a nice heat treat. It's well built, and this feels good in the hand. I actually go beat it up.
Yeah,
I might be wrong, but it seems to be the one for me. But is it my favorite? That's a different question.
Favorite?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, that is a tough question. That is a tough question.
Yeah. That one. I mean, the big knives I love, but in the wintertime they're easier to carry than the summer.
Right.
You got lighter pants. So that's also one that fits in that size where it's not too small, it's not too big. You can pull it out in an office. People aren't going to freak out.
Right.
And yeah.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you tuning in, fellas and fellettes. Let us know in the comments what you saw that you liked the most. I'm sure Steve will check out and be able to respond to some answers too. But yeah, this was fun. Again, Steve is local to me here. We went out and got breakfast beforehand. We're gonna have a couple other fellas here, Roger and Stiff D-Tent, trying to get them to do a little bit of a collection dive of their own next time, maybe. And yeah, we've started a little every weekend type breakfast club, and Steve lives local here, so figured this was a good jumping off point. So as I mentioned, appreciate you folks tuning in, and yeah, got nothing else for you. Until the next one, we bid you mofos adeuces. Deuces. Bye-bye.
Right.